Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sivad Beauty Channel. I am Poetry. How are you? I know it's been a while since I've been on here and made a video. I was supposed to be coming on like twice a week, and ain't none of that happened. So I'm just coming back to give you a video to explain to you why I haven't gave you a video, and just give you a little idea of what's been going on as far as Sivad Beauty is concerned. First and foremost, we are running a sale. It's a gift collection on the site, $24.99. for 3 of our top glosses. These are, I call our sweet indulgence. I have one called coffee. That's kind of like a darker, richer lip gloss. It's off a darker tint, depending on your own pigmentation in your lips. Then we have hot chocolate, which is a kind of smoother brown. You know what milk chocolate would look like. And then there's a mocha mix, which is a really light color tint, brown tint that has the glitter pops in it. So you get all 3 of those for $24.99. In addition to, I'm giving away a free cup of coffee and a free cup of hot chocolate with your gift set. They're basically little K-cups, the ones you can use in Keurig machines and things like that. Yeah, you get one of each, some different little flavored coffees and hot chocolates to go with your little sweet indulgence lip gloss set. So check that out. I'm about to put on my Papaya Smoothie. That's this color here. Look, I love this. I love the formulation that I made up with this gloss. Now on the site, you'll see Papaya Smoothie in a larger volume tube. You get 10 milliliters. This one is like only 3. This is, I keep my own personal one. I might sell these personal ones. I'm not sure yet. But I love the way this feels. Like, I swear, I have been putting this on at night, right before I go to bed. Just like a smooth single layer, like I just did right now. And when I wake up in the morning, my goodness, my lips ain't got no cracks, and they just feel beautiful. So I'm gonna throw on a couple layers right now. That's one layer for you. And the tip to putting on layers is to not rub it in. You just want to lay it on top, right? Just so you can get the actual color and shine to really pop. And if you really want like real pouty looking lips, start with the middle. You know what I'm saying? And work your way to the edge. But yeah, the key is not to rub, or basically not go over the same spot you was already went over in the first place. That's Papaya Smoothie. I love it. I love it. There's really no scent to it, but it don't smell sick. It don't smell medicine-y, you know. That goes outside my lip. Okay, yeah. So, I was supposed to be coming on and giving y'all tips about getting LLCs and all crap like that, right? So, I'm doing a fundraiser on the site to help me raise money to finish legalizing a lot of my business. And so, if you don't want to purchase, you can actually just go to the site and leave a donation. That would help me greatly. Trademarks are expensive, okay? When you trademark a business item, you're trademarking your business name so that nobody else can go out there and say that they Sivad Beauty. You're trademarking any logos that you may use, and you're trademarking any slogans that you may use. Each one costs a separate fee. Trademarking is $299 each. Now, I know there's a lot of companies out there that say, I could do your trademark thing for $49.99. You'll see them all over the place. These are lawyers. The $49.99 is their fee. That's what they're telling you they're going to pay. You still have to pay all the trademarking fees as well. You are not being trademarked for $49.99, baby child. However, if you go to the trademark website, you can do it yourself, but in order to ensure that you are not only federal compliant but state compliant, the trademark organization recommends that you use a lawyer, one of those $49.95 people, because what they'll do is research to make sure that there are no other variations in your state. Now, in the state of Florida, which is the state I live in, you can actually check on their website to see if anybody in Florida is using that name, in addition to checking with the nationwide, you know, and logo. They also search the logo. So, like, cause right now, the lawyers, they can search the logos, right? So my logo is pretty simple. It's just 2 letters, the S and the B, and the color graduation that goes behind it. That's it. A simple logo and a pair of lips. My lips, to be exact. If y'all ever got some Sivad Beauty lip gloss, you see the little lips on the logo. Those are my lips. I just shrunk them down, right, and made them a little clip art. Yes, baby. Yes, my lips. So you carrying a little bit of me with you. So I'm still trying to trademark all my shit, y'all. In addition to me trying to trademark it, I'm still trying to settle on what I want the logo images to be. I see I started off with Divas Wear Sivad as my slogan, and I pulled back on using it a lot, only because I didn't want my product to seem like it deters men from buying, although my target audience is women, so I shouldn't really trip off of it. But yeah, so I might go back to putting Divas Wear Sivad back on my glosses, my lip balms, you know, same thing, it just says Divas Wear Sivad. So yeah, I need $2.99 each to trademark all of my stuff. That's $900, right? For a small business starting out, that's a lot of money. Depending on what state you live in, I think I put this in my last video, you have to register your business to be considered a legal and operating business in most states. Those fees can run from $7 to $50 just for a fictitious name registration. However, in the state of Florida, I would have to get $50 for the fictitious name registration plus $10 for the certification, right? So it's $60. In Florida, to become an LLC is only $105. It makes sense for me to become the LLC. I was going to just be the sole proprietorship at first for the $50, and I was like, well, when I become an LLC, I need to become an LLC because, one, I still have personal debts that that I need to pay, right? And of that personal debt, I don't need businesses or companies coming after I don't need other businesses or companies that I may owe if I happen to default. That's not my plan. But if I do so, I don't want people to be able to sue me personally. If there's a problem, I don't want them to sue my business, put it that way. If there's a problem with the business that requires legal action, I don't need them coming after me personally. I need them to come after my business. So that is one of the benefits for me as far as becoming an LLC over a sole proprietorship. So I had already did the fictitious name registration, but I need to change that. I need to upgrade and become an LLC. Like I said, once I really sat down and looked at the legal ramifications of it, it's best for me to be an LLC, especially in the state of Florida. The cost is only $50 more. You know what I'm saying? Tax-wise, being an LLC and being a sole proprietor is really not too much different at all. There's not too much difference at all tax-wise as far as being in the tax bracket and what tax benefits you're going to save. Most people encourage people to become incorporated, have an INC behind their name, you know. If you are not a company that is making a significant amount of dollars, like over $100,000 a year, incorporation may not be worth it. The biggest benefit of incorporation, other than, you know, still separating your personal and your business liability, is supposed to be tax benefits. If the amount of money that you're saving on taxes is not equivalent to what you would save as an LLC or a sole proprietorship, it's not worth the money. It's not worth the cost. You have to have a board member. You could be one. You know what I'm saying? You could pay you have to pay wages. You have to determine whether or not you're going to issue stock, things of that nature. Being a corporation takes a lot of work. I will recommend anybody who's trying to incorporate legitimately incorporate to get a lawyer. I recommend anybody to do that. So for me, incorporation is not worth it to me because my company is not making over $100,000 a year yet. I'm not there yet. Y'all gonna help me get there. I haven't even made $1,000 since I started, so I know I'm not gonna make over $1,000 a year. But with that dollar figure that I'm speaking of, at least in the state of Florida, if your business makes over $200 in a fiscal year for Florida, you are required to register. Like I say, a lot of states don't even require you to register as a sole proprietorship. You don't have to get the DBA. You don't have to get the fictitious name. Those are two different things, but some of them have the same, play the same role depending on what state you live in. I'm sorry, that road right there is really loud. I get off that rough road. So yeah, depending on what state you live in, whether or not you are required to have a registration at all, sometimes it depends on how much money your business is going to make. And like I said, in the state of Florida, it's not a requirement to register, but if your business is going to make over $200 in a fiscal year runs from October 15th to October 14th of the next year. If you're going to make over $200, yeah, you need to register. I've done that, so I need to register. So like I said, I had the registration done already. So in Florida's eyes, I am considered a legal business. I just got my Google verification, so my business will show up on Google. You can do Google reviews and shit on it. I just did that. But like I said, there's still so many other things that I needed money for. So I got that, right? And then the insurance to cover the starting up of the business. So there's a lot of things that I was able to afford up front. But there's still more things other than the trademarks that I have to do financially. I got a list written at home. I actually hadn't planned on doing this video until I got into the car. But I have a list at home explaining everything that you need to do to become an official business. And the difference between like the LLCs and the incorporations and sole proprietorships and the tax benefits. Just again, if you're making under $100,000 a year, it does not make sense financially to incorporate. It does not make sense to have that tax headache. That is a tax headache, baby. You could just do a sole proprietorship or LLC or LLP. A LLP is the same thing as an LLC, but it's a partnership. You have a partnership agreement with another person, and you both have 50-50, or you have a certain percentage of roles within the company. Usually LLCs are single-owned, companies that are owned by one person. So I'm transitioning my business from a sole proprietorship to an LLC, limited liability company. That's what the LLC stands for. But again, as far as tax purposes, they are almost equivalent. You do two different types of tax forms to file the returns, but they're almost equivalent as far as like the tax benefit or break that you'll get. With the LLC, you definitely need to have an EIN number. That's the employee identification number. Those are free to obtain through the Internal Revenue Service. So just call up the 800 number. They will assign it to you over the phone and then send you a letter in the mail. There's no charge, no cost to get an EIN number. You can get an EIN number as a sole proprietor as well. And basically, as a sole proprietor, you would use that in place of using your Social Security number. So like when you're on Shopify or eBay or whatever you got your website through, your payments will be coming to your EIN number. And even as a sole proprietorship, you still will put that on your regular individual tax return. But as an LLC, you just have a different step to go. That's all. I'm back at work, y'all. If y'all didn't realize this, I'm heading back to work. No, you don't realize it at all because you weren't on my channel when I was working. I started this when I was not unemployed, but out on injury. So I go to work and I record videos a lot while I'm going to work. That's why I said I didn't even realize I was about to record this video. But I understand why you going slow, Mr. Sir. No, I don't now. I realize that you're going slow because you're on the freaking phone. Okay, so I think that's all I'm really going to give you guys about, things that I need to get done and why I haven't been officially on the site as well. In addition to, I'm trying to improve formulas, right? Like I said, I love this formula formula that I use for this Papaya Smoothie lip gloss, it is so healthy feeling. You gotta watch people in Florida. They be speeding for no freaking reason and don't know how to stop when the light is red. So I'm trying to improve some of my formulas. I noticed that a couple of my favorite lip glosses, after a few months, had the color separation. I don't know if a lot of people realize that that's kind of normal in a lot of lip glosses, the color separation, the pigmentation separation. But there is a way to prevent or reduce it. And a lot of it has to do with the actual colors, the micas or the oxides that you put into them, and the balance that you put into them. So I've been trying to improve those. So, because I'm good on look, and I have been trying to improve my labels. Okay, remember I told y'all I found the waterproofing thing, got fixed. Bam, got that. So, I learned how to foil, kind of, sort of. So y'all can get the little shiny gold letters on my labels and stuff. And I was so proud of myself. I posted up, I was like, look at me now. And I posted up them new gold labels and stuff like that. Do I have one in the car? So I had some of my lip gloss. Oh, my damn bag done fell over on the floor. So y'all could have saw the new gold labels, whatever. Okay, you've seen them. Hopefully y'all are following me at Sivad Beauty on Instagram or Sivad Beauty on Facebook, and you will see like the progress. I post more on Instagram than anything. And so I got them to work that first time. Well, depending on the paper that you use, the sticker paper, the vinyl paper, just the regular labels, you know, that you may buy from online labels or you may buy from Avery, those will determine whether or not your foiling is going to turn out properly. Because I thought that I was having issues because of my toner. I thought I was having issues because of my laminator. And no, it's the paper. It's the paper, child. And so I haven't been able to get my labels back looking like I did. It's like 1 every 10 times. Like no shit. 1 every 10 times. I have a correct foiled label that I could use on my products. And then I had trouble with the labels peeling, the sticker labels peeling, things like that. So I've been able to correct a lot of things, you know. But I want to have my stuff to have a consistent look. And one of my good best friends, she used to be in advertising, and she called me up. She's like, don't you put another doggone product up on your site without a fucking label on it. You know, we need to see your label. And like the black labels, I like the way that they look or design, but they don't really stand out. They don't send a luxe feel to me. And I want my product to feel luxe, because I think they actually feel luxe on my lips. I just love the way that feels. But they don't look luxe. They look cheap, you know what I'm saying, to me. And like I want people to give me feedback and things like that. And so far I've had maybe 7 or 8 people actually give me like, as far as labeling is going, I've only had 1 person give me feedback about the labeling. But like when I review a product, I review everything. And I want people to, if you don't want to like give me a bad rep on my website, which I would appreciate it, you can send me an email and be like, hey sis, you know, I like the product, but the labeling needs some work. You know, something like that. I appreciate that if you would come through for me like that. So that's why if you see this, like my little Papaya Smoothie one, there's no labeling at all. My girlfriend's like, don't you put nothing else on the damn website without no labeling. So I have stopped promoting like I used to and just letting whatever's on there sell itself for right now. But yeah, I want them to be more consistent in look and style. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm working on. Stick that SB up on that baby. So I've just been away from this channel until I can come back and really like just give y'all, give it to you. I haven't made any new glosses because I haven't ran out. I only make enough glosses to fill a batch of 10, orders per color, because I don't want just glosses just sitting up there all willy-nilly and no one's buying them. No, 4 tubes per color. 4 tubes per color is how much I make at a time. And until I see people how they move it, then I can make more, things like that. But so yeah, so I haven't made any to like give y'all this is how I made this color. Actually, I did do 2 videos. Now I think about it, I have no idea where them videos went. They're not on this phone. They may be saved to my other phone, but I thought I recorded them on this phone. Like, okay, this is how I made this color up. You know, I thought that I could do that, but it didn't work out that way. So yeah, that's it, y'all. I don't want to make these videos too long. Sorry, we're going 20 minutes. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for understanding. Just keep following Sivad Beauty, and I'm going to keep growing with you. And, you know, get you some lip glosses. Go ahead and get you that chocolate, the Sweet Indulgence lip gloss set. It's on my website, www.sivadbeauty.com. If you're already a member of the site, you were a member of the site as of February 14th, you should have received another discount code as a member to save even more off of that set. All members around the 15th of the month get a new discount for the month, and I have started to send out monthly newsletters for the site altogether if you are a subscriber. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.